presentation or just document this using Excel, and you can't do it. So in secondary school, we should be able to help our students use technology to construct learning, to construct knowledge. How can they use Excel in the class? How can our students make presentations in Yoruba, in French, using PowerPoint? We need to encourage that, so that when they get to the university, what they are just doing is how to improve themselves for employability. There was a time we were doing something similar like this with Intel. We're moving from one university to the other then. We're doing something around technology for employability and technology for entrepreneurship. So whether you want to set up your own business at the end of your university, or you want to join a company, you need tech, whether for your employability or for your entrepreneurship. You want to run your business. Today, you don't run your business the way it's been run several years ago. You now have people on Instagram, on TikTok, making cool money by promoting their products and all that. If you don't know, you don't know. Right? So these are the things that we should be thinking about now. And we should be thinking of building our student critical thinking. All these skills form part of what I call the 21st century learning design. Collaboration, critical thinking, creativity, self-regulation, real-life problem solving, the use of ICT. All these skills are necessary today. And every time you go to the class to teach, you should be able to infuse these skills in the activities that the students are going to carry out. You cannot sit a student down and say, this subject is called critical thinking, or this subject is called collaboration. No. But you introduce it in form of activities, in form of the learning objectives that you do in the class. So we should be mindful of this. And one other important thing that we should be thinking of is that the future of education, AI has a big role to play in it. So if you don't know anything about AI now, you still have enough time to learn. And I know some people are like, yeah, we remember that time, 4G is Antichrist, 5G is Antichrist, AI is Antichrist. I tell you, even when chalk was introduced several years ago, people protested in the US. Principals, they protested against the use of chalk. When they moved, they introduced calculator, they protested. When the internet came, people worked against it. And now AI is there. People are still talking that we will not use it. But I'm telling you, there is nothing without advantage, without disadvantage. What we need to do is to make sure that we are aware of the possibilities, and we also acknowledge the risk. We know the possibilities, and at the same time, we are aware of the risk. I'm not saying we should just say no, there are no risks attached. There are risks attached to AI. Some people are afraid that if you move beyond the level we are now to what we call artificial general intelligence, there is something is likely going to. There are concerns, but at the same time, AI is already driving different sectors, and it has a place in education because you can easily perform your individualized learning, detect learning disabilities in students, help you take some workload off your shoulder as a teacher. You know, and one of the AI that people are using today is what we call the generative AI, where you can actually write text, give instruction using text, natural language, and then it will understand what you're saying. It can write lesson notes for you, write rubrics for you, write your paper, do all sort of things. In fact, draw images for you, create videos for you, analyze your data. You now have that, and you're telling me that somebody will say, don't look at it, it's the devil's work. And I'll spend the whole day trying to do something that I could have done with the help of this tool. But what I preach is we need to balance it. We should avoid the over-reliance on technology, not just AI. I use generative AI like our ChatGPT, for example. I use it like every day. But at the same time, it should not take over my own thinking. I should be able to outsource the doing, not the thinking. So I do the thinking while the AI will help me do the doing. I will be the one to plan. I'll be the one to plan while AI will be the one to do what? To actually do the work. Okay, so we should be aware of what AI is all about, because the next level of digital divide will no longer be people without computer. You know, that's the present age digital divide. Some people have access to computers, some people don't have access to computer. But going forward, the digital divide will be people with the knowledge of how to use AI and the people without the knowledge. And you are missing out if you don't know, right? So we should be able to find out. Maybe we make that as one of the things that we put on our to-do list. And I tell you, 75% of educators are saying they've not used AI before. In fact, 87% globally, not even Nigeria, are saying they've not even undergone training on it. So we as Africans, as Nigerians, we don't want to just stay at the back again. We lost out at the manufacturing age, at all those ages. We should not lost out in the knowledge age. This has to do with knowledge, and you don't need the sophisticated infrastructure to actually get the required knowledge. There was a time we were having conversation with Obasanjo, the president, Obasanjo, and people were like, you people, you destroyed Nigeria. Obasanjo said during their own time, when they were growing up, they had no access to internet. To know what people in the US were doing that time, they will rely on somebody that will travel down and then come down here to explain to them. But today, he said, you people are lazy. You have access to internet. You can actually know what is going on in the US or in Russia today, right here in Nigeria. And you can learn almost anything on the internet, on YouTube, on all those places. But you guys are still lazy. You still want everything to be served to you on a platter of gold. So we need to buckle up. And we need you as teachers to step up, because teaching is not just a job, it's a leadership role. And as I begin to round up, you should be able to write down your vision for change. Look at education. There are problems, there are disruptors. How do I play my own role in this education industry? What are the things that I feel I can do in my own little way? And that's how you contribute as a leader. Come up with your own vision. It should not just be about, I want to teach 10 periods, or I want to do this. No. And you begin to do what? To network. You begin to do what? Look for people that are doing similar things. If you are on Twitter, you can follow just anybody. Look for people that are doing something within this area that you love to operate, and start following and engaging with them, right? And then make room for inclusion and accessibility. And these are how you can use your power. Support students. Seek and engage in professional development. Even if you need to pay, engage in professional development. I am not just talking about attending all your courses here in UI. I'm talking about joining webinars, attending conferences. Make sure you are learning, because anybody that stops learning, whether you are 20 years old, you are old. So today, in the next few years, we will come back, we'll look at ourselves, and we'll be looking at what? The decisions that we are making today. So what's your vision going forward? What is your decision going to be like? Are you going to hit the refresh button today? Thank you.